Hey everybody, today we're going to do a review of a couple of holsters from a company called Suede Tactical. You can see their website right here. I will also link that to the bottom of this video, so if you want to go over there and check out their products, please do. These are a couple of great guys named Nate and Nate, hence the Suede Tactical. They sent me a couple of holsters. One is the Professional. As you can see here, it has the polycarbonate front molding here for your specific to each firearm and the suede backing. And then you have the original compact, which has a dense herringbone elastic right here in the front. So this is a nice elastic right here. This holster can be used with multiple firearms. We'll get into that more here in a minute. Also, I want to give you a little background about the company before we get started on the reviews of the holster. Back in 2009, Nate and Nate were having a phone conversation about how they couldn't find a holster that was comfortable enough to wear all day long. So, jokingly, they were talking about maybe we should make our own holster. So they were discussing, what they would like to see in a holster, and some of the stuff they came up with was like complete isolation of the handgun, where the handgun is actually isolated completely from your body. They thought the material that they made them out of should be pliable, and there should also be like a moisture barrier in between you and the firearm to keep sweat and stuff off the firearm to keep the firearm dry. So they went out and bought a couple of sewing machines, took a few sewing lessons, and made a couple prototypes. On their website, they say, the prototypes weren't the best looking holster, but they were very, very comfortable. They even stated they could take naps in the holster. What was funny about that was I actually did the same thing before I read this. I actually did take a nap in this holster because I'd had several of my viewers tell me that these holsters were very comfortable, and I was just, laying in bed one day and I thought, I had my holster on. I just got home and I'd laid down across the bed just to watch TV or something. And I thought, I'm a little tired. Should I take my gun off? And actually, I did not. I took this firearm right here. As you can see, it is unloaded. I want to go ahead and show you that this one's unloaded so we can go ahead and get that out of the way. I actually took this Smith & Wesson right here with this very rough texture. This is the 2.0 compact with this very rough texture, and I took a nap in it. And I did not even know that they did that. And I see what they were talking about. It was definitely comfortable enough to take a nap in. I woke up and, I wasn't sore, wasn't no hot spots on my body. These things have a very nice padding. We'll go over that in a minute also. But they do state they did that also. And I kind of found that humorous because I did the exact same thing before I even read that. Before too much longer after that, they had friends and family that were wanting them to make holsters for them. So they thought they were on to something at that point in time. And hence, Suede Tactical was, born. So from that point on, they started making holsters. And I have to say, these holsters are very, very comfortable. So let's get on to the review of these holsters. This is the one right here that I originally really wanted to review. It has the polycarbonate front molding. This is firearm specific. When you order the Professional model, you have to click on your firearm and pick which one it is. And I want to show you a unique feature about this holster that you don't get out of a lot of in the waistband holsters. When you put your firearm in this holster like this, I'm going to turn the camera down just a little bit so I ain't got to hold it up so high. When you put your firearm in the holster like this, and you have your belt on, so your belt's coming through this loop right here, it actually puts pressure on it. The firearm is retained. There is an indentation right here in the trigger well that actually grabs a hold of that and retains it. So what they tell you to do is actually slide your thumb in behind the sight, take your firing grip, and twist the weapon just a little bit, and it will come out. So I think that's a very cool feature that they offer on the Professional model that the original compact does not have, because it has this elastic outside. So, if heaven forbid we ever need our firearm, but if you're ever in some kind of, tussle with somebody or somebody walks up behind you, you know, this is inside the waistband, so most people probably won't know that you have this on. But just in the happens chance that they do and they sneak up behind you and they try to yank this out of your holster, you know, the retention system will help retain this gun in the holster and not allow them to get it. So I think that's a very unique feature about this holster. I really like that. Now they do state in this little card that comes with it that, you know, you should practice this draw stroke. And I will agree with that. You know, if you have a normal everyday holster like, you know, everybody else makes that you just draw out of, you get used to that draw stroke. So muscle memory kicks in there. So you might want to practice twisting this. It does not take much to twist this to get it out. But I will say that as this breaks in, it is smoother. It does come out smoother. I'm not saying it's hard to get out to start with, but you know, the holster does break in nicely. I want to show you this. It does break in nicely. I've wore this for about a week and a half, and then I wanted to give this some time too to carry this. So I carried this about 3 or 4 days. But I mainly gave the professional model the most wear time. So I do like this. They do have a point. Let me show you something about this that made me really like this holster. One of my viewers told me about this holster because I was complaining about how rough this grip is on the M&P 2.0 compact. If you watch my other videos, I also state in the videos where I do reviews on this firearm about how rough this is, and I couldn't carry it because it was like sandpaper on your body. And I've had other people tell me that they don't have a problem with this, and you know, that's good and all, but there are more people tell me that they have an issue with this being rough and not be able to carry it than people tell me they don't have an issue. And it makes me wonder on how many people that don't have an issue if they're wearing an undershirt, which I do not wear. So if you'll notice this, that is one thing they were talking about, complete isolation of the handgun. If you notice where this grip is, when I turn this around, you don't even see any part of this firearm at all. It totally isolates this firearm from your body. Hence, that doesn't rub you anymore. You have no issues with this at all. I'm going to go ahead and get this out here at 7.5 minutes into this video because a lot of people don't watch the entire video. I've seen them, you know, talk to many YouTubers and stuff. So I want to go ahead and get this out here. If you own a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 or 2.0 compact, order this holster. Go order it right now. Finish watching this video, then go order this holster. This holster is very, very comfortable. We'll go over, you know, the padding and stuff like that in a minute, but it is very, very comfortable. And if you own this firearm, go buy this holster. I'm being serious, because if you want to carry this gun, you need something in between your body and the grip of this firearm with as rough as it is. So this will be my #1 recommended holster, especially for the M&P 2.0 compact. This holster is very comfortable, I'm sure, for any firearm because they're all made essentially the same, but I cannot stress this enough. If you want to carry this firearm right here, this is the ticket. This is what you need to buy. Go give, you know, N82 Tactical, you know, a ring, or go to their website linked at the bottom of the video and purchase this. You will not regret it ever. So let's get on with some more stuff about this holster. They have this nice suede backing here. It is very, very nice. It's really, really soft against the skin. It also kind of has, you know, it's not rough, it's really soft against the skin, but it stays put. When you put it inside your waistband, it doesn't slide around. It stays exactly where you want it at all times. Like I said, these polycarbonate shells right here, they are made for specific firearms. So if you are going to order the professional model, which I really like the professional model. I like the original compact also, but the professional model was really, really nice. Very easily to reholster your firearm. But so if you're going to order one of these, you have to specifically pick your firearm so that they can mold this for your gun. It also has an adjustable cant clip right here. You can actually take an Allen key that is supplied on the back of this card, or Allen wrench, and all you do is just loosen this a little bit, and then as you can see here, you can move it to different cants. My favorite one was about right there. That's where I wore it all the time. And then just tighten it down. I had no issues with this coming loose at all. If you're worried about that, you can always put just a little dab of blue Loctite on this. That way you can actually get it back loose later. But I don't think you'll ever need that. That's just a little tip if you ever do worry about that. That's just a little bit of security, peace of mind. So don't put much, but if you want to do that, you can do that. It does have the patented twist release here, the patented twist release retention system. I showed you all that a minute ago. I do think that is a very cool feature of this holster. You don't ever see inside the waistband holsters like that, or very many EDC holsters that have a retention system built into it. That is very, very cool. In between this right here, it has a moisture-proof neoprene core, and as you can see here, it is very, very soft and I guess squishy is what I would call, but it's squishy. It's padded. It has a very nice padding in here, and that is one thing that helps make this holster so very comfortable. With the firearm in it up against your body, this padding really just makes this holster disappear when you're wearing it. And that is very, very nice. If you've ever worn a holster for a long time, especially if you're just going with a straight Kydex style holster or something like that where both sides are Kydex, they have hot spots in them. A lot of people say they don't have an issue with that, but to me, if I've worn a holster, I've worn a whole lot of holsters. I've owned tons of holsters, and every Kydex holster I've ever owned has a hot spot somewhere. It will dig into your body or something like that. With this padding, just melts into your body. I mean, you literally, it is so comfortable. You just, I just can't express how comfortable it is with that padding on it. They are tuckable. This holster can be tucked. So if you want to tuck your shirt in, you can tuck your shirt in with this holster right here. So, if you need to dress up or something like that, you can wear this holster and still tuck your shirt in. And both these holsters do come with a lifetime warranty. And lifetime warranty on the holster does include the clip. They do say that. It does include the entire holster. The build quality of this holster is very, very nice. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but N82 Suede Tactical is embossed into this material here. And there is a little American flag. I am a huge advocate of having the American flag and buying American-made products. So I do like that. It's a small touch, and it's kind of hard to see. They didn't really want that to stand out right there, but I do like that. It's subtle and it's nice, and it's greatly appreciated when you have something made of high quality in the United States. So, great holster here. Wore this for a week and a half. Loved it. No issues at all. And it actually made it to where I could carry this firearm. And yet again, I cannot stress enough that if you own one of these firearms right here, go buy this holster right here. Now, this holster right here will also work. This is the original compact. I would like to say that I'll get to this at the end of the video. We'll get to pricing at the end, and I'll compare pricing on both of them. I started to tell you the price on that one, but we'll wait till the end on that. The original compact, if you're looking for a holster that is a little bit cheaper, that can work with numerous firearms, this is probably the holster you might be looking for. I carried my CZ P10C in this holster, and it works great. I will tell you something I did before I carried this. I noticed how this holster broke in and was real nicely broke in right here. So what I did before I carried this, I actually stuck my CZ P10C in this holster and just laid it down and left it for a couple of days and let this kind of break in right here, just like the other one did, kind of mold to the gun, so to say. So, they talk about how this one is one-handed reholstering because of this polycarbonate shell. I could actually reholster this one one-handed also. I had no issues reholstering this gun one-handed ever. I will show you something that I did do though. If you can see here, whenever you come straight down, you might hit the edge of the trigger guard right here. But what I did was I come in at an angle like this, and it went right in. So if you kind of angle the handgun like this, it goes right in. And I found that to be true even with a belt through here and tightened down as tight as I would normally wear it. I can still reholster this one-handed. This still has the durable suede backing and the same padding, neoprene padding interior shell on this, just like the Professional does. You know, it's the moisture-proof neoprene shell, and it makes it very comfortable. It's padded just like the other one is, and this holster was just every bit as comfortable as this holster was. The only difference between the two of these, this one is easier to reholster your firearm. I don't know that that's a huge issue because, you know, if you're ever in a situation where you need your firearm, reholstering the firearm isn't hugely important. You want to make sure that all the threats, you know, are gone and you're not in any kind of danger again. I've had some viewers say it's easier to take this holster out of your pants, put the gun back in it, and reholster it. I did not find the need to do that. But that being said, this one is, you know, a little bit, well, quite a bit easier to reholster just because the polycarbonate holds its form. It does have the adjustable cant where the original compact does not, because it does not have the polycarbonate shell, so it has to sew the clip into the elastic right here that holds your firearm, so that you cannot have, you know, an adjustable clip or cant for this clip. It does have a dense herringbone elastic. I found this elastic to be very nice. It held the firearm very well. I do want to show you that they do state that this can be used with multiple firearms, and actually the Smith & Wesson goes into it even easier, and I want to show you why. If you look here, the trigger guard on the Smith & Wesson is rounded. The trigger guard on the CZ P10C is squared off, and it has a little nib right here to catch, you know, on. This one, you could probably just stick it straight down in like this, and it would just go straight down in it. So if you was wanting to carry this gun, this holster would be perfectly fine for that too, and it would even be easier to reholster because of the way the trigger guards are made. Or any firearm that has a rounded trigger guard, for that matter, you know, would still be easier to reholster. Not saying this one was hard, but I don't even have to angle this gun right here to get it to go in. So this one has the same lifetime warranty that the Professional has. You can see here, it is proudly made in the USA, just like this one is. The differences on this is this one has this little lining around the outside here that's sewed into it. The Professional does not have that. I did not find this outer lining to be any more or any less comfortable than the Professional either way. They're both very comfortable. This did not rub my skin, nor did this rub my skin. So, you know, either way, they're both very, very comfortable as far as that goes. Now let's get into price. The price of the Professional is $69.95 on N82 Tactical's website. I think that's an extraordinary deal. I've, you know, paid a lot more for holsters that were nowhere near as comfortable as this. And you see full Kydex holsters that are way more than this, and they are nowhere near as comfortable as this is. And like I said before, if you're carrying one of these, the other holsters do not protect you from this rough grip. This is the only holster that I've seen that protects me completely from that grip. I'm not saying there's not other companies that make holsters that will protect you. There may be, but in what I've seen, and I've seen a lot of holsters, I've not found one yet that will protect me from that grip like this does. #1 recommended holster, especially for this handgun. Cannot stress that enough. If you're looking for something that will fit multiple firearms, this might be more what you're looking for. If $70 isn't in the budget, and you know, you're looking for something to carry 2 or 3 or 4 handguns in, as long as they're all about the same size, you know, they'll all fit in this holster. This one is $39.95. So if $70 isn't in your budget, you know, $40, it might be. And plus you get the advantage of, if you spend $40, you can carry multiple firearms in this holster. So you don't have to buy multiple holsters. Me, you know, I like the polycarbonate shell. I like the ease of reholstering. I mean, this thing really just, you just kind of drop it and it just really just kind of falls down in it. And it's that way too when it's on the belt. So just the ease of reholstering really makes this one worth the money. And, you know, the can adjustability, you know, that is a good thing. A lot of people like carrying their firearm straight and down. Some people want it canted, you know, forwards a little bit. And that is a plus. So, you know, you are getting your money's worth out of this holster. But like I said, if this is your budget, this is a great holster. And you can use multiple firearms. I can't stress that enough too. You know, you buy once and you can use multiple firearms in this. I really want to thank Suede Tactical for making a great product in the USA. I don't know what to say. I can't reiterate this enough. If you own a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 or 2.0 compact, now's your time. Go buy this holster. Thank you, Nate Tactical, for being great people. I really appreciate everything you've done. And, you know, thanks for a great product. You all, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Now's the time to go click on the link below and go to Suede Tactical's website. Check out all their products. I'm sure they've got something there that'll fit your firearm because they make these holsters for many different firearms. So go check them out, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great day.